Hey guys, this is Caleb with DSLR Video Shooter, and this is the new Rode Wireless ME kit. In my opinion, this is the best wireless option if you're looking for the easiest way to capture audio wirelessly for video, interviews, and podcasts. And in this video, I'm going to talk about why the downgrades and upgrades may or may not be worth it compared to the Rode Wireless Go 2s, which I've used a ton and have been incredibly popular. But first, I want to disclose that Rode did send me this ME kit for this review. They have no idea what I'm saying, however, and they're not sponsoring this video. That said, this video is supported by those of you who have purchased my camera guides, LUTs, and video gear. Check the link in the description to learn more, and thank you guys so much for the support. It really does help keep sponsors out of these videos. First, I want to kick things off by talking about what is exactly the same between these and the Rode Wireless Go 2. First, the shape and size. These are identical to the Rode Wireless Go 2 when it comes to the form factor. They all share the same microphone and have the same Series 4 2.4 gigahertz wireless transmission system. They also have the same app control through the Rode Central and a new camera app we'll talk about later. The same connection options to cameras, phones, and computers via the included adapter cables. Pairing also doesn't change. In fact, you can pair these with each other. So if you want to mix and match MEs with Go 2s, you can do that. And that brings me to the differences between the ME and the Go 2. And the first is going to be the price. The ME starts at $150, while the Go 2 starts at $200. The ME's receiver loses the display and the two buttons on the bottom, but gains a microphone which can be used along with the transmitter's mic. So you could have the receiver mounted on top of your camera. In fact, the microphone is facing backward so that you could be filming and recording yourself and have a transmitter on somebody else and record both of those microphones at the same time, or you can just turn off the receiver and only use one or two transmitters. Another big difference is that the ME not only can accept two transmitters like the Rode Wireless Go 2, but it can also use the built-in microphone for a third audio source. Another difference is going to be range. The Rode Wireless Go is stated to be able to go up to 200 meters with line of sight. The ME is stated to be over 100 meters. I did a test myself where I put both transmitters on myself, started walking away from the receiver, and I was able to go 39 yards before the ME started to cut out, and then up to 60 before the Wireless Go started to cut out. Now, line of sight is much better, but very few people are using these in fields where they're, facing the transmitter and receiver. So I think this is a much better, situation to be able to test. But if you're within arm's reach or even in the same room or building in some cases as the receiver, you should be okay. The front face of the ME units have a new shiny clear candy finish, which if you don't like can be hidden with a little gaff tape or masking tape and my Go Lock cage, which is fully compatible with the ME. I'll have a link in the description if you want to pick one up for yourself. And then we have a big one. The ME loses the ability to record internally, but it does gain two algorithmically controlled ways to adjust your audio levels automatically so they don't peak or clip. We're going to talk about this later because it's a huge feature and something that I really love about this. And trust me, it's not just a kind of newbie thing. It's great for professionals as well. The ME also loses the safety channel feature. So where you have one of your audio channels lower than the other so that you don't have peaking issues. GainAssist kind of helps with that, but we'll get to that here in a second. And the ME receiver has 3 different output levels, whereas the Rode Wireless Go 2 can have a ton if you turn on the fine mode for the output level. A great new feature on the ME is the multicolored LED light. So at a glance, you can see where your battery level is, whereas that's always kind of tricky on the older Rode Wireless Go 2s. And finally, pairing is a little different. On the Rode Wireless Go 2, you can use the buttons on the receiver to pair different transmitters. Unfortunately, on the ME, you need to go to an app to pair things up. That said, you can pair Rode Wireless Go 2s with MEs, which is fantastic. That means they're both kind of interchangeable and compatible, and you can mix and match different combinations of transmitters and receivers. Okay, now let's dive deeper into the new features on the ME. And so far, you're probably thinking, why would I buy these? It sounds like I'm losing a ton of features, but really you're gaining a huge one, and that is GainAssist. As an advanced video shooter, I really don't like the word automatic or auto when it comes to audio or really any video gear. I like to do everything manually, But GainAssist really has me changing my mind on that depending on the shooting scenario that I'm in. So GainAssist has 3 different settings. We have off, automatic, and dynamic. So first of all, off is just off, and these will act just like the Go 2. You manually will adjust your audio level and control your audio levels in the camera. So you set your receiver to low, medium, or high, and you're good to go. Automatic, according to Rode, will give you a smoother, more consistent sound, which can be better in recording scenario like an interview or audio levels where audio levels are jumping around a lot. Finally, we have dynamic, and again, according to Rode, this will balance your audio, maintaining dynamics, resulting in more natural sound. This can be better in a more controlled recording environment where sound recording is more even. So I actually went and tested all of these different options, and I compared them to the Rode Wireless Go 2 because I have had in the past a lot of issues with this thing peaking, and it just seems like the signal is incredibly hot. And I feel like a lot of the time when I'm not monitoring these things and kind of rush to get my filming set up, I run into issues with the Rode Wireless Go 2. So I was really curious to see if the ME solved those issues, and I was really impressed with the results. So we're going to listen to a test with the Rode Wireless Go 2's internal recording, which the ME cannot do. And traditionally, the internal recordings on these are so much better than the transmitted recording on your camera. That all goes away with the ME2 as you're about to hear. So let's go ahead and dive in, and then we'll also hear some loudness tests and see how the ME solves a lot of issues. Now for this test, I have the ME and the Rode Wireless Go 2. Now for this test, I have the ME and the Rode Wireless Go 2. Now for this test, I have the ME and the Rode Wireless Go 2, and we're going to compare the different settings between these two and see how good the automatic or GainAssist is on the ME. So let's go ahead and start with the Rode Wireless Go 2, and I'm going to start way out here, and I'm going to bring it closer, 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 closer. It's right in front of my lips right now. So now I'm using the ME, and we have it set to automatic. So let's go ahead and start that same test. I've got it at arm's length, testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to bring it closer, 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 ME, 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 and now I have it right by my lips here. So that was automatic. Now let's try dynamic. Now I have the ME set to dynamic. Let's go ahead and start the same test over again. Starting at arm's length, ME, 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 and now we're right next to my lips again. It's right in front of my lips right now. And now we're right next to my lips again. It's right in front of my lips right now. So as you heard, the ME does a fantastic job of curbing those clipping issues, and I found that the dynamic sounded really, really good on this microphone. So make sure you test it for yourself if you buy one of these, auto versus dynamic. But in my test, dynamic sounded really fantastic if you have the microphone semi-close to you, and you just don't have to worry about those clipping issues like you did on the Rode Wireless Go 2. I also found that the ME sounded really nice, even though it was not recorded internally, whereas the Rode Go 2, when you are listening to the transmitted sound, just isn't very good. So you're looking at the same audio quality between the ME and the Rode Go 2, even though this one cannot record internally. And if you don't want to trust the ME at all, you can of course turn GainAssist off completely. But I think for most stuff outside of, higher end things where I am able to monitor my own audio, I think these are going to be great for just run and gun, quick capture stuff. All right, now let's talk about the RX's microphone. So when you configure these things in the Rode Central app, you can turn on and off the receiver's microphone, and it has the same GainAssist functionality as the transmitter. So you can set them both to dynamic or both off, and then you're able to have one recorded to the left channel and the other recorded to the right, split them up in post. Or you can connect a second transmitter to the ME receiver and record from both transmitters and the third receiver all at the same time. Now, if you do this, 2 of the microphones will be on one channel, so you won't be able to independently adjust their levels in post, but still you can record up to 3 microphones at the same time, which you just can't do on the Go 2. But there's even more you can do if you have an iPhone. You can actually use Rode's new Capture app and plug the receiver into your phone via the included cable. Now you're able to record both microphones and have split screen interviews using your phone's camera, all of the settings for these things are built into that app. So very interesting new offering from Rode. You can check that out if you're an iPhone user. So probably something I won't use, but if you do a ton of interviews with your iPhone, this is kind of a no-brainer. All right, so far I've been very positive about these, but there's definitely some things I don't like. The first one is going to be all of the features you lose. The safety channel, the option to record internally. There is no screen on these things, so unless you're using the app or you're monitoring your audio levels on the back of the camera with headphones, you just don't know what's really going on. Yes, we still have the buttons on the bottom of the units to do various things that you can control in the app, but it's just not as versatile as the Rode Wireless Go 2. And you're only saving $50, which, you know, that's still money, but the options you get with that extra $50, that's kind of a hard trade-off. So really it comes down to the GainAssist, which luckily works super well and I'm really, really pleased with, but I just miss a lot of those other features. And that brings me to what I wanna see from Rode going forward. So this is a great step. So they're kind of giving us a lower level base option for the Rode Wireless Go's. And yes, you can pick these up to work with the Go 2, so that's really cool. But I would love to see them now expand the line even further. Maybe they could make something like a Rode Wireless Go Plus, which is a more professional version of the Rode Wireless Go. And maybe they'll give us GainAssist as an option, but we'll still have a screen. Maybe we get locking TRS connectors, 32-bit flow internal recordings, an option to plug these into your computer and offload the files without app control, and a way to control them without any app interface would be fantastic. So at the end of the day, if you just want to plug these into your camera and have great audio quality without fussing with levels and know you're pretty safe, these are a fantastic new tool. I think these are going to crush it in the kind of content creator, YouTube, vloggy, TikTok-y world because they're just so easy. They sound great and they're just easy to use. I also think these could be a great addition to those who already have a Rode Wireless Go 2 because they're interchangeable. If you want 3 microphones recorded at the same time, you can pick one of these kits up, connect multiple transmitters to the receiver with its microphone, or if you just want a transmitter that has the GainAssist option, that's also a great way to go. But at the same time, if you monitor your own audio levels and you just want more options, of course the Rode Wireless Go 2 kits are fantastic. I'm gonna continue to use them because they're still my favorite small form factor audio solution for wireless use, and I love that they still record internally. So I have kind of a backup option if something goes haywire with my wireless connection. So that's gonna wrap up my review of the Rode Wireless ME. If you wanna learn more about it, you can check out the information down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and for those of you who have purchased guides and things like the Rode Go Lock, thank you so much for the support, and I really look forward to seeing you guys in our next video. We have a lot of cool stuff planned, so I'll see you then. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Take it easy.